statue. Said all the cattle are standing just like statues. Hey, they don't turn their heads as they see me ride by. And a little brown maverick is winking, is winking, is winking her eye. What a beautiful morning, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling, things are going my way. What a beautiful day, what a beautiful day, yeah, what a beautiful day. Hey, so what a beautiful day. Hey, 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 ah, it's Brent's Broadway Bistro. All right, everybody, here we go. We're going to my kitchen. We're gonna make some breakfast. Who in here likes to cook? Can I see a show of hands? Anybody? Anybody like to cook? I'm in my kitchen, y'all. And, oh good, I'm glad. I'm gonna be singing one more song for you guys later, so stick around. But let me just see how I'm making this work. So this is my first time ever going live, so there's like a bit of a learning curve, so just sort of, yeah, dude, what's up, Rod? Yes, that's what I'm talking about, oh, Gavin, hi, thank you. Let's see, okay, how do I do this now? Okay, everybody, my roommate and bestie, Kyle, is my showrunner, my tech guru, so he's figuring everything out for me, because as many of you might not know, I'm just terrible at Instagram. But here we are, I'm doing a cooking show. Spin move. Okay, first things first, gonna make some coffee, because I'm like kind of nervous, and I'm worn out, and that's how I'm getting through this coronavirus, is coffee, I guess. I hope everybody's staying safe, by the way. This is like a crazy, I just can't imagine. I mean, I can't believe what's happening to us. So,
Ashley wants to know what you're making.
Ashley, yeah, good girl, that's what I'm talking about. Ashley, we're making breakfast today. Today, okay, let me get this. Oh, shit. That's too loud, okay. You guys, so I have a thing so I can read some of the comments and say hey to you. Espresso for your espresso, CEO of staying safe. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, Jordan. Okay, so making up some coffee. So you guys, today we're making a very luxurious Sunday skillet, okay? And what I did before you got here was I filled this little thing with some water. You'll see where that comes in later. And I put some bacon in the oven. Let me tell you about oven bacon, okay? You want to get a little, like a baking sheet and put parchment paper. I guess foil works too, I imagine. Parchment paper, I don't know, I like the way it feels and the way it handles. So I put it on the thing. I put 4 strips of bacon because I'm cooking for 2 people today, so I figured 2 strips each. Anyway, so let me just show you what's going on here. I put those in like 10 minutes ago. Can you see that, everybody? Yeah, okay. Anyway, so that's bubbling away. I put it on 380 degrees. Why 380? Because I'm a random mother. Okay, so first thing I want to do is cut up some peppers and onions. Let's see how we're doing here. Oven bacon is the best. Girl, I know. We love a Food Network chef. See, that's what I'm talking about. We're unemployed. It's coronavirus. We're trying to make moves. Anyway, I'm surprised he's not making an oyster. Okay, I see you. First thing we want to do is chop up some of this stuff. I have some veggies washed. This is a pepper. This is how I like to cut peppers. I like to put them upside down, like this. Cut them like this. Oh, also, if any of y'all are a chef out there, I would love to know because I'm just, like an amateur wannabe. So I could always use some tips if someone like really knows what they're doing. So, y'all saw how I did that? I did it upside down and like sort of cut around the, I don't want to waste this. I cut around the seeds because I guess you don't want the seeds in there, but yeah. Everybody show some love to Kyle who's running the camera right now. Give him a wave. Give him a thumbs up. Give him a like, a love, etc., etc. I couldn't do this without him. But yeah, so I'm going to cut up some of these vegetables. And in the meantime, Kyle, can you shout out some questions maybe that I can answer?
Absolutely. Sarah wants to know, what is your favorite food to cook?
Probably because I make it every day, like this breakfast / maybe I'll say my favorite food to cook is potatoes. Just crispy potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Get them all crispified or mashed. Who knows? I like potatoes either way. Okay, see what I didn't even tell y'all what I'm doing. So I cut my little pieces of bell pepper into strips, and now I'm cutting them like crossways to make little cubes. See what I'm getting at? I'm trying to make everything the same size here because for a couple reasons. One, it'll all cook evenly. Two, it looks nicer. Three, it'll be precise. And if you know anything about me, you know I love precision. I mean, who doesn't? You know what I mean? I think everyone in this world can appreciate some serious precision. You know, like you see a perfect football play executed. Even if you're not into sports, you can be like, all right, that's precision right there. What else? What we got?
McDooley wants to know what's your favorite Starburst flavor?
Ooh, pink. Anything else?
Yes. Oops.
Okay.
Spin it around.
Spin it around. Oh, y'all saw Kyle? Y'all showing him some love? Favorite Starburst flavor. Oh, I like that y'all are doing this in the question thing. That's cool. I can dig it.
What is your favorite song from Newsies?
Ain't it a fine life, carrying the Bennett through it all. I turn into sort of like a, you know how I do. You're not surprised. Who's not surprised? Okay.
What's your favorite casting or audition story?
That's a loaded question. I guess I can talk about my audition for Newsies. It'll take 1 second. I could not get seen for Newsies. I was just graduating college, and there was like an open call that I had missed. I could not get seen for it. But I did get to audition for a different show that was being cast by the same casting director. I did not get that other show, but because I did audition for that show, the casting director said, come audition for Newsies. And that's how I got an audition for Newsies, and that process was 2 days. And if you're in show business or you know anything about it, auditions and callbacks can last for months sometimes. It's just arduous and horrible. And this was 2 days, so it was like sort of like a nice little treat. And that's one of my favorite audition stories, yeah.
Denia wants to know, what are some things you've been doing in quarantine to stay safe and sane?
You're actually looking at it right now. So I've been doing all this cooking, which has been really fun. I like cooking because it sort of helps me be in the moment. You have to be like present with the time that's passing by. You know, if you're like, I can't let this go for 5 minutes, I'm practicing like keeping track of 5 minutes in my head, which helps me stay like centered and in the moment. You can't rush things in the kitchen, you know? So that's why I love cooking, and that's why I'm sharing this with you, and hopefully you guys can, you know, maybe you'll learn something, probably you won't, but maybe you'll learn something that you can take to the kitchen. I'm gonna cut up this onion really quick. So I just, this is from yesterday, this is a half an onion. I cut off the top and the tail end of it, and I used the other half yesterday, but I peeled it. So now I'm gonna cut these up into nice little cubes, just like I've been doing. You see with the peppers. Anyone else got any questions while I sort of do this? It's not easy to multitask, let me tell you. Those Food Network chefs can get it. You know what I mean? Because like you're trying to hold a conversation, and I'm like just barely holding on. I mean, I'm like keeping it together by like the skin of my teeth. Y'all know about the skin of your teeth? My teeth have very thick skin, so just know that. Okay.
What is your go-to Starbucks drink?
Usually a grande dark roast black. Anyone else drink their coffee black out here? Because I did this thing called the Whole30 like a couple years ago, and the Whole30 is like basically a diet where you cut every single piece of food out of your life, and you just survive on like ice chips and celery stalks. Just kidding. But you cut out like dairy and nuts and all this mishigas. So I've since then enjoyed my coffee black with no creamer or sugar or nothing like that, and it's stuck, I gotta say. So
What's a dream role that you definitely wouldn't get?
Evan Hansen. And honestly, let's keep it that way, because like, can you imagine playing Evan Hansen 8 shows a week? I think that is like just must be the hardest job, and I'm sure like the most rewarding, no doubt. But man, the burden, because I know I'm like a worrier, and if I'm worried about my voice, then I don't have a good day, and that score is just impossible to sing. And if you were worried about your voice every day, like I would be, that would be a tough cookie. Okay, so I got some veggies here, and I'm going to dice these potatoes in a very fun way. So if you can see here, I'm doing like, I sliced one end off it. I guess I sliced two ends off it, and now I'm doing like thin little, what do you call these? Like rounds, or I don't know.
Medallions.
Medallions, yeah, that'll work. I don't know why I'm doing such a tall ass potato. Okay, we'll put this here for now. Line these up. Okay, this is how I like to cut my potatoes, everybody. Line these up like this. Oh yeah, so I'm like putting some pressure down like this so they don't slide all over the place, because look how like sticky and starchy they are. So you gotta be really careful here. You want a really sharp knife for this, otherwise if you're like hacking away at it, you'll cut your fingers off. And you do not need to be going to the hospital right now. Also, let me just take one quick second. If anyone out there is a first responder or a nurse or a doctor or a healthcare professional, thank you so much. And I want everyone out there to show some love if you know those people, or even on here right now, give some like likes or stars or hearts. I don't really know how this works, but show some love to our first responders, our medical professionals, because like y'all are saving our lives right now, and it's moving and it's amazing. And I don't know how many of y'all live in New York, but or if it happens anywhere else, but every single day at 7 p.m. people cheer for like 5 minutes, or like clap and cheer for 5 minutes to honor our healthcare professionals. That's beautiful.
You're getting a lot of questions about the poor guy's head is spinning.
Okay.
Also, if you had to choose any food to have the rest of your life, what would it be?
Dang, y'all are hitting with these hard questions. I could probably live on burritos for the rest of my life. I know that's kind of like a cheating answer because there's a lot of things in burritos, but like, yeah, burritos.
What about your favorite dog breed?
Ooh, who asked that?
Just in Casey.
Just in Casey, first of all, I'm into the name. Second of all, man, probably, okay, so my mom has an Australian Labradoodle named Sydney that is just, she is to die for. So I'm going to say Australian Labradoodle. So, there you go. So these ends here that I left, I'm just going to like dice these up really quickly. Oh my gosh, y'all are just watching me cut potatoes. You didn't think you'd be waking up this Sunday morning and be like, you know what? I'm going to turn on the internet and watch Ben Fankhauser dice with precision some yellow potatoes. Not yellow potatoes. What kind of potatoes are these? White potatoes? These aren't russets. I don't even know. See, you're watching a food show with someone who doesn't even know like what kind of potato he's working with. But it doesn't matter. That's part of the creativity. Do you see? Okay. Here's what I'm going to do, because I sort of want to make sure I'm like balancing my time right. Okay, come over here. I got this water boiling. I have a pan here that I'm just gonna like get hot. So I'm putting it on medium heat. I'm about to caramelize my onions and peppers in this pan. Okay. So actually, while it's getting hot, let me just dice one more thing. And this is what I was trying to tell you guys earlier about what I was doing with the potato. So I'll just show you really quickly. So I'm taking the bottom end here. I'm just taking a piece off like that. Okay. And I'm slicing sort of like. What is that, I wonder? Oh, it's vibrating. I see. So, there's that. The other. Okay, this little thing I'll just put over here. So now I'm just stacking these up like I did again, and I'm cutting them, putting a little pressure. Oh boy. See, they're slippery, so it's a little scary. And you can just like use the blade of your knife to like get that. Ooh, look at that close up. Y'all didn't think you were gonna get this close, did you, to my hands? See me with them hands. Okay, we'll cut it this way. Look at this precision right here, folks. Do you see? Can you appreciate the precision? Because I can. Okay. Okay, these ones are gonna be a little big, but that's okay. So, all right. Yeah, again, I'm like just this amateur hobbyist chef. So if there are any real chefs out there that can offer any pointers, please. I'm trying to learn. Every day I'm trying to learn, okay? So I'm just gonna cut these up like this.
Somebody wants to know, what's your favorite thing about Kyle?
Is that for real?
Yeah.
That's really sweet. Okay, so y'all get to know Kyle. Y'all see how he runs the camera, how he makes it happen. So you see what's going on. My favorite thing about Kyle, I mean, there's so many things about Kyle that are wonderful. One in particular, only because I get to benefit from it, is that he's like amazing with technology, really smart, and finds good workarounds when things don't work, and finds good methods when things do work. Excuse me. And yeah, he's got like the Hue system in our house. Y'all know about Hue? Philips Hue? Hue? It's like these lights that are controlled by your iPhone. So when you're like a grandpa like me, you just get to walk in the door and say like, "Hey Siri, turn on the lights." Ooh. And she'll do it all. She'll turn on the lights. We have a piano that she controls. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite things about Kyle, but I could really go on and on. Is my friend from college, Amber. Been really enjoying your Instagrams, Amber. Fabulous. Singing pop music like I never heard you sing before. I love it. Okay, this is almost ready to see some action, folks.
Audrey wants to know, how did you get into theater?
Audrey McDonald, how did I get into theater? My mom put me into theater summer camp when I was a lad, and the bug bit me. I mean, we're talking like 5th grade, before I even knew this was like a thing you do. But there was something about like the camaraderie, like the friendships, the fact that we all had to work together to make it happen, and then the fact that we were all on stage and they were clapping for us and we're all like, "Ooh, we're good." So yeah, that's what made me get into theater. That was probably when I was in like 5th grade, and I truly have never looked back. Just because, what else am I gonna do, you know? Okay, so this is getting hot. So this is getting pretty hot. So come over here, if you don't mind. I guess it's not as hot as I want it to be. What happened? It keeps it. Y'all gotta go to Kyle. Y'all saw him, right? Y'all gotta peek. Okay. So, okay. Costco size olive oil. Not bad, right? I mean, look at this thing. This will last you this will last you a while. Okay. So we're gonna put in about that much olive oil. It's probably, I would imagine that's like, anyone out there know? That's probably like a tablespoon or 2, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. I just eyeball it and I make sure it covers the like the bottom of the pan. I make sure there's no like pan spots that are unoiled. Okay. And I'll talk about this too when I do the potatoes. I feel like you can, I mean, perhaps you can go overboard with the oil, but I feel like it's better safe than sorry when you're talking about oil. I don't know why. And I'm also not an expert, so I don't know what I'm talking about. So, into the hot grease goes some peppers and onions. Ooh, that's the gratifying sound, isn't it? That's the sound you hear when you put fresh veggies in a hot pan, or when you make a really good zinger at a friend and walk away. It's like. Anyway, so I'm using my wood spoon here that I got. You know where I got this? At the Bryant Park Christmas Mart. When I was doing some Christmas shopping for everybody else, I saw this wooden spoon and said, "I need a wooden spoon." So I picked myself up a wooden spoon. So, yeah. These, you see what's going on here? These are sort of just gonna get caramely and nice. And so, meanwhile, this water is a Berlin, and this is salt, and I'm gonna salt this water generously. You see how generous I was being to that water with the salt? Okay. So yeah, that's salting, and you know what we're gonna do right now anyway? We're gonna put these potatoes that I've diced up into the hot water. Into the hot grease? No, this isn't grease, this is just hot water.
Alex Long says, "Hey."
Hi, Alex. Oh my gosh. Love that guy. Hey, I want to give a shout out. If there's anyone out there who's watching who had their school musical or play canceled due to COVID-19, I'm so sorry. That feels just like, man, I can't imagine if after all those months of work, it's just canceled like right at the last second. So if you're dealing with that out there, I just want to send some encouragement that, you know, this is something we sort of have to do. We have to sort of cancel everything to keep this under control because it's like life and death. But at the same time, I want to acknowledge how much that just must hurt and suck. And And I don't want it to stop you from creating theater and being creative, or doing shows even, if that was like your last opportunity to show, because you were a senior and that was it, maybe that's not your last opportunity. You know what I mean? So if that's any comfort out there, I know it must be crazy. I certainly had some things canceled and it was a bummer, but I know that we need to take this time to stay home and make breakfast. So that's the jig. Okay. So I guess I'm going to use the same little thing, because why not? Because I'm a dirty birdie. Just kidding. Okay. So I'm stirring these potatoes. These potatoes should be in the boiling water. They stopped boiling because the potato probably cooled down the water. But I want to boil them for anywhere from 6 minutes to 8 minutes. I'm not going to keep track. I'm just going to use my intuition. Because if there's one thing I've learned is never trust yourself. No. I don't know why. It's just at a certain point you just start using your intuition. It's like anything, really. Any skill that you learn. And so, I'm going to let them boil off, and I'm going to know they're done because I'm going to take a knife or a fork or something, and I'm going to stick them into the potatoes, and if they'll go through with no resistance, they're done. And sometimes if it's overdone or something like that, they'll even crumble apart, which I kind of like. Okay, so let me actually put something in here. This is a colander. Space Martian. Okay, so these are bubbling away. These are going. Any other questions I can take?
Let's see. Emily wants to know, if you weren't in theater, what career would you have?
Emily, it's tough, because I just sort of feel like there's just, what else could I possibly do? Maybe I'd be a chef. How's that? Yeah, that's the thing. It's I never really spent a lot of time coming up with a backup plan, because, even though everybody told me to, because show business is no joke. If you're trying to go into show business, yay, and it's so hard. That's why everyone says don't go into show business, because it is so challenging. But if you are called to it, then you go, and don't look back. But so I didn't really spend a lot of time coming with. I don't know what I would do. I'd probably become a chef, or sometimes I daydream about having a job that I don't have to I just go in, I clock in, I do the same thing, and I clock out. I'm sure I would hate that, but there are some days, in the theater, when every day is different, and you got a new audition every day, or whatever it may be. I'm auditioning every day. Can you imagine? And it could just be hard to predict the schedule, and that can be upsetting. So sometimes I dream of having one of those kinds of jobs. But I guess, Emily, I would just be a chef.
What's your favorite Yiddish slang word?
I was just talking about this the other day. Schlemazel. Sometimes I feel like a schlemazel. I play cards with my friends. I play poker. And if I'm feeling like I'm getting really bad luck, I feel like a schlemazel. Also, I learned that word doing a show called The Flamingo Kid.
Oh, you're getting some Flamingo Kid love on here, honey.
Y'all know about The Flamingo Kid, okay? We love The Flamingo Kid. It was a very Jewish/Yiddish experience in a lot of ways. And there was a lot of schlemiels and schlemazels and oibays in that production. So that was this summer, so it's fresh in my mind. Okay, let me just think for 1 second what else I need to do. Let me check on this bacon. Okay, what do y'all think about the bacon? It's really coming along. You like it crisp or what? If you don't like it crisp, then be gone. Just kidding. You gotta have it crisp. It's just gotta be crisp. I guess it doesn't gotta be. It's whatever you want, But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to wait till these get a little more char on them, and then I'm gonna take them out, if you can imagine. And maybe there's a better way to do this, but this is just sort of what I'm working on. You know what I should do now? I should maybe season this little veggie mixture I got going on here. With a little salt. I just put my salt in a jar like this because it's easier for me to stick my grubby little fingers in. You see it? And then a peppermill from Costco. Okay. What else? Any other questions out there?
Let's see here. Read or watched anything fun or new in the quarantine?
Yeah, I just started Ozark season 3. Any Ozark fans out there? Woo! It's great. So great. I've been waiting years, I feel like, for this new season. So that's what I've been up to in the past couple days. And, of course, the other things that I watch, and which are what, Ben? What else do you watch? Oh, you know what I do like? I like Shark Tank, and I like The Prophet. These like Ozark? Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh.
Yeah. Kyle's my cameraman. He's not even listening. He's got
I'm
these giant
reading
headphones on.
comments.
He's talking to the other crew that's in the other room. I'm mixing the whole thing.
Natalie wants to know, do you win at poker?
There have been some
The
weeks.
answer is yes.
There have been some weeks where I've taken away some wins. But there have been some weeks where I've been devastated by bad luck because schlemazel. Schlemazel. What are you going to do?
Tori wants to know, what's the first thing you'll do after all this is over?
Girl, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself out on the street, stomp down the sidewalk, and hug my fellow man, I think.
What's your go-to hand-washing song?
I'm going to play it for you in just a little bit, so stick around.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm sticking a fork in these potatoes. They're still a little, I don't know what you call them, hard. They're not like, my fork isn't like gliding through. It's still got like a little bite to it. Okay, I think I'm going to take this bacon out because they've had enough. So, what do y'all think about that?
Ooh.
Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier, parchment paper. I'm going to show you a really fun little trick that I like to do with these potatoes, something I discovered like last week. Did you hear that? This bacon is trying to sass me. Did you hear that? Plate, IKEA. Here's some paper towel. Isn't it fierce having a cameraman? It's like I can be hands-free. Let's see. What is Ben cooking? I'm cooking breakfast.
People are going nuts for PGHS, which is poor guy's head is spinning.
PGS. PGHS. I love that y'all have a abbreviation for it. You know what? I'm glad to hear. Some things will live on forever, and I'm glad to hear that.
They want a little riff on it.
On that one? I guess I could have guessed that. Alright, let's just say it. Wait. Well, the poor guy's head. Well, the poor guy's head. Well, the poor guy's head is spinning.
Come on.
Something a little new for your nerve. Okay, I'm going to do the unthinkable. Actually, I'm going to let this cool, but then I'm going to do the unthinkable. What is the unthinkable? You'll just have to stick around and find out. After these sponsors. Just kidding. We've got commercials on here. That would be nice, though. I can see why they do, because like sometimes you need a break. Because I've been talking a long time.
A lot of people asking about audition advice.
Oh, yeah. Anything specific?
Some people are asking about nerves during auditions.
Girl, I'm not even auditioning right now when I'm nervous. You see me looking over here. Hi. So here's some audition advice. Okay, I want you to look at this. Do you see what happens when you turn your back on your food? You get a little burnage, but it's gonna be okay. I don't want us to panic. I do not want us to panic. Panicking is absolutely out of the question. And here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna turn this down. I'm gonna take a little bowl. I love that I'm like doing things and not even letting you know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna take this bowl here. Okay, I'm gonna put these little onions and peppers and salt and pepper. And if I did it before, I would have done garlic. But y'all are just gonna have to tune in next week to see the garlic. Who loves garlic in here? Show yourself, because I love, and I mean love garlic. God, do I love it. Okay, let's check on these potatoes. Ooh, the potatoes are coming along. How many minutes has it been, I wonder? Remember how I was talking about how you gotta keep track in your own head? Because when you talking all the time, it's hard. That's why I'm gonna be silent from now on.
Liar.
Let's see who keeps watching them. Just kidding.
Liv wants to know, what's your Hogwarts house?
Oh, am I a Hufflepuff? I feel like I'm like a... What's the other one that's not Hufflepuff?
Ravenclaw? Or Slytherin, Gryffindor?
No, I'm like the nerdy, I'm like the geeky nerdy one. So Hufflepuff? Or no, that's like the... Let me get back to you, Liv.
Okay.
Let me get back to you on that. Let me talk to the headmaster. I'll get right back to you. The headmaster assigned more homework. God, Ron. Not me. You know what we used to do? Oh man, in college we used to do, not me, not Hermione, you, Harry. You're the one who has to find the Sorcerer's Stone. Snatch, snatch, and then she stomps off. If Hermione was a drag queen. Oh my god. Boy, did I love those books. Oh my god. Talk about shaping a childhood.
Okay, this is a loaded question.
Great.
How do you cope with yourself being the product of your marketing?
God, this is such a heavy question. It's there's no, I wish I had an answer that is something you could just like do. It's really hard to cope with yourself when you're the product, because it's like, how do you separate business from life? Do you know? You know what I mean? Like that's a tough question. That's why show business is so hard. That's why people are saying get out of there. Cause so I'm turning this water off, cause it's done. And I'm gonna keep this up a little bit. I'm gonna put the potatoes into the colander, okay? Ooh, da na 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 na, smoke show, da da na na. I wish I would have prepared a magic trick for that moment. Okay, so we're gonna put that there. So these potatoes, they're gonna like sort of steam off and get dry. The reason I like, you don't have to put them in the water before you cook them, like I'm going to show you, but I sort of like it. It makes them creamy inside, and it gets a nice crust on the outside. That's why I like it. And what are we all here for if it's not a creamy crust? Okay, so I'm going to see this bacon grease? Let me show you a little something here, if I can. I'm going to try and expertly dump this bacon grease down this, what do you call that? A mason jar. You see what I'm doing here? You don't want to put this bacon grease down your sink, because that's going to clog your pipes. You know what I mean? And so instead I'm putting it in this mason jar. Maybe I could even use it later. Okay, but you still see how there's some grease on this here baking sheet? That's going to come in later, so get into it. Now what I'm going to do really quickly, I'm going to slice up this bacon into bite-sized chunks so they can be enjoyed with every bite of the skillet. You see, isn't anything better? Happy Sunday, folks. See, this is what y'all should be doing on your Sunday morning when you have the time. I mean, I might do some kind of some small version of this breakfast every day, because I'm just that way. But this is something that's, I think, like takes some time and is really luxurious for your family or your loved one or something like that. So this is just sort of my favorite breakfast skillet. So I'm putting this bacon in and amongst the veggies. And that'll come back later.
Justin Colombo wants to know,
yo,
what was your college audition song? And can you give us 8 bars?
8 bars? That's generous. I had the most bizarre college audition material. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I said, why did I do this? I sang Alas for You. Y'all know that song from Godspell? That song? It's a good song, but it's like, what? Why are you singing that for your audition? And that song is like, alas, alas for you, lawyers and prophecies, mimicrits to a man. I don't know. And it's in like all this mixed meter, and these accompanants are like trying to sight read. It was trash. The other one I sang was, nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around. Demons will charm you with a smile. I don't know why I do it in my bad voice, but...
Jordan wants to know, are you watching RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yes, Jordan, are you? I'm loving this season of RPDR. I think it is so, they're so good. I remember seeing, like, even going back to even 2 or 3 years ago, seeing Jan out in New York City. So I'm really rooting for her. But I think the girls are really talented. I'm excited to see what it's all about. Okay, we gotta move swiftly here. Okay, come to the pan if you don't mind. So this is coconut oil. I'm using coconut oil here for 2 reasons. Can you see? Is that it? I've done this before. Yes, I've done this before. So I'm putting coconut oil in the pan. This is the thing where I'm like, I don't think you can go crazy. I mean, like, I think you can, you can't have too much oil here. Because imagine, like, you're about to fry these potatoes, and, like, some places would put them in a deep fryer. So they could very well be in a deep fryer, but we're not going to do that today. But so that's just my point, is like, you cannot use too much oil. So I like to get it nice and hot, drop it like it's hot. And I'm going to put these potatoes into in the hot grease. Put them right in the hot grease. Okay, and now folks, like you just said, a sassy, you're just like, yes, and that's who you are. It's like blah, 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 give them the exact right read. Okay, so, ooh, look what this potato made it in there, and it's not even up to snuff. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna leave it, because we're daredevils. Okay, so these are gonna fry up. I like to leave these untouched for like 5 minutes just to get a crust on the bottom. Okay, a little crunch, a little crisp. In the meantime, I'm gonna turn this oven off. Boom. And in the other meantime, I'm going to take you, is it on you? On me? Wait, how do I turn this around? Hello. Okay, so Kyle, I'm going to task with making sure that the apartment doesn't burn down. And he's not going to turn the potatoes just yet unless I go over 5 minutes. But he's going to make sure that, didn't I just say that? The apartment's not going to burn down. In the meantime, we got 5 minutes, folks. So I'm going to give you a little something, something. Is everybody enjoying this? Does Kyle dance? Yes, Kyle dances. Favorite Office quote? Girl, we're going to be here all day with that. I will go off about The Office. I love The Office. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Also, if there are any chefs out there, let me know what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right. And let me know if you have any, suggestions. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Jordan Grubb, shout out. All right, so somebody asked what my hand washing song has been. And that's so funny that you asked that because I have prepared what my hand washing song is, but I'm going to do it, that's good, in its entirety. Not in its entirety. I'm going to give you like a sensible 32 bar cut. Okay? Please do this weekly, says Tatty Tukins. Hi, Ben. I love cooking too. Yay. Started The Office last week. Girl! Yes. I love The Office. So good. Okay. Here it comes, folks. This is the most random song you could ever sing while washing your hands, but it is what it is, mama. Okay. Yes, hand hygiene. Okay. Hi. Thought I'd end up with Sean, but it wasn't a match. Wrote some songs about Ricky, and now I listen and laugh. Even almost got married, and to Pete I'm so thankful. I sure could say thank you to Malcolm, well, cause he was my angel. One taught me love, one taught me patience, one taught me pain. I'm so amazing, loved and I lost. That's not what I see, so look what I got. Look what you taught me, and for that I say thank you next. Thank you next. Thank you. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Oh, spend more time with my friends. I ain't worried about nothing. Plus I met someone else. We had some better discussion. I know I move on too fast, but this one won't last. Cause her name is Mari, and I'm so good with that. Taught me love, one taught me patience. I learned from the pain. That shit's amazing. I've loved and I've lost. That's not what I see. Look what I found. And for that I say I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you next. Thank you next. Thank you. Oh yeah. 30 seconds. Washing the hands. Thank you. Next. Okay, back to the food, y'all. Here it comes. Okay. Hello. I'm like schwitzing a little. Talk about your Yiddish slang. Did we get it?
No.
Sorry, Kyle. Y'all seen Kyle? Y'all see him, right? Y'all saw him now. Okay. Folks, we're almost there. We are really almost there. It's time for Sunday luxurious breakfast skillet with Ben's Broadway Bistro. Okay. How are these potatoes looking? How many minutes has it been, Kyle?
Just cut off for a second.
Oh, hello? You good? Let me get a little... Where did I... You know what I'm missing? Oh, I know. This is a clean dishwasher, everybody. Just know that. I'm gonna unload these after this is done. This is early this morning. I just got it going. Little spatula. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take out some eggs. Cause we're gonna do that later. Okay, let's see. Where are we at on time? Okay, we better hurry the F up. Okay, ready? So, I'm just gonna flip these. Oh, look, they have no color whatsoever. That's okay, folks. We're gonna turn these up like this. That's okay. It's A-okay. Okay. But now that we're here, I'll tend these more often. I'll like flip them. I'm gonna turn up the heat and try and get some really nice crunch on them. Because they're already like, they're already like halfway cooked from that water. So we're not worried about like getting them cooked. We're just worried about getting them a crust on the outside. Okay. So, while these are crusting up, let me take a couple more questions.
Favorite office quote?
Oh, I mean, it's just impossible. I said one earlier when I was like saying, I'll say blah, 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 giving the exact right answer. That's a really good one from Kelly. This makes me think about the episode where Michael Scott grills his foot on the George Foreman grill because he likes to wake up to the smell of crackling bacon. He's like, since I don't have a butler to do it for me, I have to lay 6 strips of bacon in my George Foreman every night before I go to sleep. And then the next morning, I wake up, I plug in the George Foreman, I go back to sleep, I wake up again to the smell of crackling bacon. It's good for me. I could like say the whole thing. I love The Office. I don't know why, but boy, do I love it. One time, Jenna Fisher came to see Newsies, and I lost my mind. I lost my mind. Oh, I think, and Corey Cott and I would like trade for birthdays for a few years, would give each other like office merchandise. And I gave him, I think, a notepad that said like world's best boss on it. Oh wait, where's my, what do y'all think about this? Okay, what do y'all think about this? God.
What about your favorite potato chip flavor?
Barbecue. Done and done. Actually, there's one particular flavor of potato chip. It's not available everywhere. It's sort of rare. And it's called hickory barbecue. I found it like in the Midwest and stuff like that, but not in New York.
Do you have a favorite month?
May. Why? Not because it's the lusty month of May. Because my birthday is in May. May 11th, folks. That's my birthday. So that's maybe my favorite month. And it's like, the weather's getting nice. I love summer and all that.
What about, can you do an Australian accent?
Can I do an Australian... who am I speaking to? Am I speaking to someone from the country? Like, no, that's a little weird. Like,
Tan Forster.
Tan, how you going? I can do this accent all day. I love it. It's so beautiful. I just think it's the greatest thing. Maybe I'll do the rest of the show in the Australian dialect. It's like sort of half like Rastafarian.
What's your favorite thing about NYC?
God, the people.
Ah!
The subways. What? It paused?
I keep switching around.
Oh, I see. Y'all saw Kyle again? Y'all saw? My favorite thing about New York City, I mean, what's not to love? Broadway, obviously. Okay, I'm putting a little salt on here. Yes, for flavor, and B, because it's going to suck out some of the moisture from these potatoes. I have a sinking suspicion that they're a little too wet or moist. And that's why they're not getting crispy. So we're going to just draw some of the moisture over the salt. Again, you got to like sort of go with the flow here, I guess. That's what I'm learning in the kitchen. My other favorite things about New York are, besides like Broadway, is that like you can just like get anything, anytime, never closes. City that never sleeps. You know what I mean? Big Apple. It's crazy. And I think that's, for as much as we like complain about the subway and how much it does suck a lot, it is, every time I'm on it, I'm like, wow, this is kind of amazing. Like they built this 1,000 years ago. And it's the same model, and like it's taken us all over the city. It's kind of cool. And it's just kind of amazing. You think like, wow, what a small world this is. And then you step out and you just see like 9 million people on one block, and you're like, never mind. It's kind of crazy. You know what is amazing? When you're on the subway and someone like fairly well is on that same subway car. Like, what are the odds out of all the millions of people that are riding that subway train? It's just kind of crazy.
What office character are you?
Oh God,
I can't answer that.
I'm like a combination of Michael, Dwight. I have like the conviction of Dwight. I think I have the charm of Jim, and I think I have the what's the word? I think I have the like, I don't know, the prone to accidents that Michael has, I guess. But like, that show, I just see myself in every one of those characters. I see myself in Ryan. I see myself in Creed. I see myself in Pam. Y'all thought I was gonna, okay. Yeah.
What mean girl are you?
Oh. That's a good question. Maybe Gretchen. Isn't she like, please like me, please. I want to be liked. That's like, obviously we all have that, but like, I imagine that's who I am.
What was your favorite thing about Ithaca College?
Yes, I see. Boy, so I went to Ithaca College in upstate New York. I had the best time. It was on this little hill, like in this hippie town in New York, and it was everything. It was so great. It was like we had people, like when they were upperclassmen, lived in houses like throughout the little community. So we had like houses to go at, and it was sprawling and green, and the winters were brutal. It was cold. Yeah, loved my time in Ithaca for sure. Okay, these are coming along, folks. They're taking a little longer to get brown than I'm used to, but we're just gonna make it work.
What would your drag name be?
Boy, I thought long and hard about this. What do we say? I mean, we have many options for me.
Vibrato.
Oh yeah, Vibrato. A character I came up with in college was named Vibrato, and so maybe Vibrato. What was? I mean, we think this is like all I do all day is think about drag names. Not really, but like what's that like?
Honey Bunch of Love.
Yeah, no, that's yours. Maybe like Shana Toba. You know, like would be a fun one. Or like, what were the other ones we were saying the other day? Like just yesterday. I don't know. Well, I'll come back to you with that. We have a whole list.
Let's see. It's C. Keith's birthday today.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday. I wish I had a whole freaking orchestra.
Lexi wants to know, what's your favorite holiday?
Good question, Lexi. Thanksgiving. I like the food, obviously.
Any Netflix recommendations?
Ozark. I love Ozark. If you're into, like, if you watch Breaking Bad and you like that one, you're into like sort of like a heisty crime, running from the cops, like everything is going wrong at every wrong turn. How are we gonna make it? But somehow they get through it. It's a great show. It's in its 3rd season. I'm watching it right now. I'm like 4 episodes in. I'm riveted. That's why I was up till 4 a.m. last night watching ads. Hi.
A lot of people are asking, what shows did you do in high school and what parts did you get?
Oh my god, high school was a funny time for theater in general. Here's what I did in high school. I did Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I played like Simeon or something like that. I did Finch in How to Succeed. I did Ren and Footloose, and I was in the ensemble of South Pacific. Those are my proper high school shows. And at the community theater, I did other shows like, we did Jesus Christ Superstar, we did Les Mis, we did Sweeney Todd. Where's my knife? Yeah, Sweeney Todd. Yeah, what about on The Office when they do?
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, for those of you who've seen it.
What's the last random thing you bought on Amazon?
Oh, didn't I just buy something? Oh, this hand soap. Stay clean out there, friends. Okay, folks, this is almost ready. So we've been browning these potatoes up for the last hour and a half. I hit them with salt already. I'm going to hit them with some pepper. Okay. I'm gonna get out, look what I do, everybody. I have a little basket for my spices, so I just take them down, help me keep them tidy. So I'm gonna do a little cumin. I go through a lot of cumin, so I get it in a nice big size. A little cumin, a little paprika, fun color, good taste. I'm sort of generous. You can't really go wrong here. Like potatoes want a lot of flavor. Oh, someone out the window talking to us. Someone wants to be on the show. Okay, we're gonna do a little. Ooh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do onion and garlic powder because we didn't do no garlic today. I like to be generous with the garlic powder, honey, because woo.
Garrett Haas says hello.
Huh?
Garrett Haas says hello.
Hi, G.
Says
Hi,
please
Finny.
acknowledge me.
Hi, Finny. You guys go check out Garrett Hawes' dog's Instagram. Finny, what is it, Garrett? Finn. His name is Finny, and he's just a little goober. Okay. Here, I'm gonna toss these. Okay, watch what I'm about to do, folks. See how these are nice and brown? See the color we're getting here? That's what we're looking for. They can't do this for you in a restaurant, okay? It's gonna come out all mushy in a restaurant. And then you're gonna even say, when you order, you're gonna say, potatoes extra crispy, please. And they're gonna be like, yeah, got it. And it's gonna come out, and it's gonna be just like everybody else's. So you gotta really take the time here. That's why this is a Sunday luxury moment. And you gotta take the time to make it get crisp. Now, watch what I'm about to do. You're not gonna like this. Or are you? Remember from earlier, we had these bacon bits and these peppers and onions? Yes, Ma. Okay, these are going right in here. Okay. We're almost here. Now, this is so oily. Okay. Now, I don't want to spend too much time here. I'm going to lower this a little. I just want to toss this to combine. How did this piece of bacon not get cut up? Who is responsible for cutting this bacon? I need to have a talk with them after this. Okay, see what I'm doing here, folks? I'm just incorporating all this together into like a lovely little hash moment, but not for long, because we don't want nothing to burn, but we just want it to come together a little. And now, here's what you gotta do. Before you do anything else, you reach your grubby little fingers into the hot grease, and you take out a single potato, and you taste it. And then you think, God, does it get any better? And if the answer is yes, you just add what's missing, like more salt. But I did it just fine, so we good. But you have to taste it. You have to taste it. That would be the moment to do more seasoning. Unfortunately, you can't do less seasoning at that point. I guess you could take out every little potato and just scrape off the seasoning. But that would take a lifetime. Okay, watch. We'll put this burner on low. See what I got here? Remember this? Remember how we poured that grease out, but we left a little on there? Watch this. You're gonna love this. Put it right onto the hot grease. Okay? What do y'all think about that? Now, remember how we cooked the bacon in the oven, but then we turned the oven off? Spread this out a little bit. Watch this. Watch this. Cool down. Well, I went in the other room to sing. See? Watch this. The oven, I turned off the oven, but it's still hot. But it's not like on hot. It's just like gonna keep it warm. Oop. Gonna keep it warm. Watch this. Boom. Oven in there for the next few minutes. Gas back on. Okay, we're in the home stretch, everybody. Little oil. Everybody, let's start to panic. Let's all from home start to panic. 1, 2, 3. Oh God! Oh God! Okay. Sorry, I'm just being fucking obnoxious. That was kind of a lot of oil, wasn't it? So we're gonna spread it around. Look at all this like flavor on the bottom of the pan. You want that, okay? And if you don't, then you don't. Okay, some eggs. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get me a bowl to make this easier. I'm gonna do 4 eggs because 2 of us are eating today. 2 eggs per person. 1 for me, 1 for Kyle. Everybody show Kyle some love. He's been running the camera. He's been doing a great job. I think you saw his hands just now in a sort of bizarre angle. Show him some love. Couldn't do it without him, so let him know how good of a job he's doing. I'm gonna crack these eggs in here. And look, let me show you a little thing with these eggs. I'm going to... Watch I fuck this up completely. I like to keep it close to the pan to try and contain the like spread. So I can get it like a nice, so it doesn't do what it's doing, like so it doesn't go everywhere like that. You know what I mean? So there's 1. There's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. And a 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, this is the best part. Watch this. You're going to take some everything but the bagel seasoning. Costco. First, you're going to do your favorite song that requires a shaker. Sometimes in our lives, R.I.P. Bill Withers, we all have pain. Okay. Now, we're going to sprinkle liberally on the eggs because you know how I like to do. It's all about that flavor, that trip to Flavor Town. Now, I'm going to be a little kooky right now, and I'm going to take some water because I'm just a freak like that. This might be like the dumbest thing ever, but I don't know. There's something about it that feels like that sort of convinces me that it's a good idea. I don't know why. I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to pour just like a dot of water. A dot. Just a dot, not a lot. Wait, fuck. Just a dot, not a lot. In my mind, I do this because you hear the sizzle. It's creating steam in there, and then I put the top on top, and so it sort of steams the eggs. I could be like making this up, but I do this every day, and that's just what I do. So try it. Okay, so these eggs are cooking, folks, and we're almost done. So I'm gonna get put these back. Hello. I'm gonna get 2 plates out. One for Kyle. Okay, I got 2 minutes left, so we're gonna really do this. Any other last minute questions?
Dream gender bent role. A lot of people asking about that.
Oh, that's a really good one. I don't know. Lori? I don't know. That's so random. That's a tough one. I'll have to think and get back to you on that one. Okay, I just want you to see what's going on here. Pull these out of the oven. The other thing is, if they stay in the oven for a little longer, like it's just gonna be great. You're gonna get that flavor. Okay, we're gonna do this really quick. Watch this. 1 scoop. Boom. 2 scoops. Boom. You're getting some of that hot bacon grease in there. It's gonna flavor that whole thing. So you got your peppers and onions and potatoes in here. And you know what you should do if you can find it at the store? Fresh rosemary on your potatoes during the potatoes. That's the ticket. Okay, so there you go. Now let's come back here to the pan. Okay. Hello.
Oh.
So 1 minute. So these, I sort of had to speed up the process here, but if I would have another minute here, these eggs would get like kind of